Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The United States uses Guam-bound stealth bombers as decoys in a surprise attack on Iran.
Also tonight, a former law clerk convicted of sexual assault says there is more to the story.
And part of global and local branding starts with Saipan International Airport.
In sports, a local bodybuilder takes his show on the road to Guam.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes!
Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay.
Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip!
Cause that nods mean people who love McCrispy strips.
How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
McCrispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Now flying between Saipan and Rota, Micronesian Air Connections makes island travel safe, comfortable, and easy. Our Cessna Grand Caravan seats 9, offering comfort, space, and panoramic window views. With modern safety tech and experienced pilots, your 40-minute flight is as smooth as it is scenic. Whether you're heading to Rota for a serene escape or back to Saipan for business or family, Micronesian Air Connections is the connection. Book online today at flymax.com. Fly local, fly smart, fly Micronesian Air.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on June 23 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
The United States of America, with military strikes against Iran nuclear facilities, officially enters into the ongoing Iran-Israeli conflict. B-2 stealth bombers carrying 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs struck 3 nuclear development facilities in Iran Saturday night. In what was called Operation Midnight Hammer, a series of 9 B-2 bombers were sent from Missouri. 2 of them were sent as decoys towards Guam, while the others continued on their mission to Iran. In a statement, U.S. President Trump announced, quote, Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. He later added, this is an historic moment for the United States of America, Israel, and the world. Iran must now agree to end this war. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, while in hiding, has vowed retaliation even as military strikes between Iran and Israel continue. Our governor, Arnold Palacios, now off-island, has sent this written message. The Northern Marianas remains alert, and we remain positively hopeful and confident that peace and diplomacy reign for the benefit of our fellow brethren here at home and around the world. I am monitoring the situation in our region with our U.S. military partners, praying for the safety of our service members always.
As the Northern Marianas pushes ahead with its global branding, there's growing recognition that a strong message should be matched by a strong first impression. Chris Nelson has the follow-up.
The new Marianas brand aims to deliver an unforgettable island experience. At the moment, how would you sum up the Marianas in just one word? At a recent global branding workshop, participants had a variety of answers: welcoming, peaceful, fresh, tranquil, untouched. But they also agreed branding needs a backbone, and it starts with the very first impression. Almost every tourist enters through the same front door, Saipan International Airport, yet stakeholders say it doesn't quite match the vision the new brand hopes to deliver. What were your initial thoughts coming out of the airport to part of some of the tourism things that you've experienced so far?
Honestly, the airport needs some work because it's the very first thing travelers experience. It doesn't have a strong sense of identity in place. Probably wouldn't take that much to improve it, but there's definitely some worthwhile investment there to make that feel like you've stepped off the plane into this new world, into, let's say it's home away from home, whatever it is, that needs to happen.
Other critical infrastructure is also in the pipeline. Later this year, the Marianas Visitors Authority expects to spend over $1 million on improvements to tour sites in the Marpi area, part of a broader push to align the new brand with the actual visitor experience on the ground. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Will a former law clerk found guilty of sexual assault get a new trial? On September 13, 2024, William Abrazinskis, a law clerk new to Saipan, was found guilty by a jury of his peers of sexually assaulting a co-worker. Abrazinskis is currently in custody but has not yet been sentenced. This morning, in a Superior Courtroom, Abrazinskis, now represented by attorney Richard Miller, presented new evidence that they believe justifies a new trial. Miller called one witness to the stand, a co-worker who shared details of a conversation she had had with the victim shortly after the incident, which made it appear more casual than portrayed at the trial and could potentially call into question some of the details around the alleged assault. This was testimony that was not heard by the original jury. Assistant AG Francis Demapan argues that the admission of this new testimony should not be considered due to potential coercion in obtaining that testimony. And now, this evening, in breaking news, the judge has granted the defendant's motion for a new trial. The Commonwealth is weighing options on how it wants to proceed.
It might just take a moment to check in with a brother, father, or friend, but that moment might just save a life. According to population medicine, the Western Pacific, including our islands, have some of the highest rates of suicide in the world, particularly among young men. In island cultures, toughness is often expected, but too often it can come at a great cost. This month, we observe men's mental health and recognize an effort to bring awareness to this critical issue and some steps for addressing it. Local PSS Mental Health Director Walter Mendez.
You know, it's a little bit challenging to be a male and to act like a male and to be brave like a male and courageous like a male, but also to be sensitive, empathetic, and to be caring. And so I think it's nice to see that a father, a man, is able to show all of those at the same time, especially because we have lots of young men who look up to the older men, and sometimes they get the wrong interpretation of what the guy is or what a man is. Right? A lot of the issues, challenges that we face are very common, and a lot of the ways that we deal with them and we cope with them and we overcome them are also very common. So I wish I would have heard that a lot when I was younger, but I also wish I was a better listener when I was younger.
Senior Program Analyst for the National Environmental Health Association, Chris Walker, shares how it takes a village.
We like being tough. We like being like nothing impacts us. Life happens. We shouldn't hide it. We should be willing to be vulnerable, be willing to ask for help, be willing to connect with others. That's the only way we can collectively move in the right direction. I know we talk about, I have this adage back in my area in North Carolina where it takes a village to raise a child. I think ultimately it takes a village to kind of take care of each other. So it's not just one person doing their own thing. It takes kind of a collective, family, friends, colleagues, loved ones, even partners that you may connect with. All of that really plays a role to make sure that you're where you need to be in the mind space, and that in itself will allow you to be a better father, be a better son, be a better husband, be a better person that can really make a positive change in your community. So I always believe it takes one, it only takes one, but if you have a really strong collective of men that are willing to be vulnerable and be able to do what they need to do, you'd be surprised what type of positive impact it makes.
Coming up, the history behind the Pride movement and the challenges faced today.
And a seeing doctor sees another side of the world in order to help them see. More news next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Heat stroke is one of the leading causes of non-crash, vehicle-related fatalities among children. Vehicle heat stroke occurs when a child is left in a hot vehicle, allowing for the child's temperature to rise in a quick and deadly manner. In today's fast-paced world and with our busy schedules, we often tell ourselves that we would never leave our child in the back seat of the car, yet it can still happen. Take action if you notice a child alone in a car. Protecting children is everyone's business. Even in cooler temperatures, your vehicle can heat up to dangerous temperatures very quickly. Keep your vehicle locked and keep your keys out of reach. Make it a habit to look before you lock and avoid putting children at risk of heat stroke. Help us prevent hot car deaths in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Stop, look, lock. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands Department of Public Safety.
At Mariana's Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Young man, da 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 da, but a young man, da 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 da, but a young man, da 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 da, but a her. Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
A traditional Pride Month parade will not be held this year, and the local Pride president is headed for Colorado after budget cuts ended a position he held here on Saipan. Despite these changes, he says the local movement remains strong. The Pride movement is stemmed from a police raid in 1969 at the Stonewall Inn, a gay bar in New York City. Pride Marianas President Roberto Santos.
Pride wasn't initially about marriage equality or, visibility or representation. It was about police brutality.
After taking office in January, President Trump unleashed a string of executive orders to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, programs.
The strategy of this administration that is trying to cancel all of that, it's not effective. And that's a reflection of, again, our fight for who we are. We're not going away just because you are scanning the internet for whatever words we're using. I mean, if I can't say diversity, that's fine. I'll say it another way. I'm still here.
Earlier this month, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered the Navy to strip the name off of a vessel named after gay rights icon Harvey Milk.
The more they dig their heels in and insist on erasing us, it's like the more obvious it is that we are unchangeable.
Santos recently served as the archives manager for the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, maintaining historic and cultural records. He says despite the changing climate around the DEI programs, it does not directly affect Pride Marianas funding.
When that funding was cut from the National Endowment for the Humanities by the Doge government institution, they got rid of all their staff. And it was lucky that Pride Marianas didn't have to give up any of its funding. And that was, like I said, it was a triumph. I was really happy about that. I was like, well, guess what? We're still here because the funding is from our community.
Dr. David Khorram of the Marianas Eye Institute has left the island. You will not be able to see him for a while, but thousands of others will. A Saipan act of humanity. Dr. Khorram has, since 1993, been the CNMI's leading eye surgeon, but for the last 10 years, he has been offering much of his time with the Cure Blindness Project, traveling to over 30 countries in the world, working in underserved areas, training and equipping local medical experts to cure and prevent needless blindness for generations to come. Dr. Khorram.
Most of my work now is in Ethiopia, where I go to help. It's with an organization called Cure Blindness, which is a leading organization in terms of bringing the resources to communities that need them to come. A little bit like that. That's the first association people make. But what we're working on in Ethiopia is really building capacity. And cataract blindness is a leading cause of blindness worldwide. So it's completely reversible with a 10-15 minute operation. So the tragedy of the world is there are 19 million people blind from cataracts, and all we need to do is get them to the surgery. So we're building capacity in many countries through Cure Blindness, but most of my work's in Ethiopia and Ghana. To train ophthalmologists to go in and do high volume cataract campaigns where in a week we'll operate on 1,000, 1,500 patients among 5 surgeons. So these are how good the Ethiopian surgeons are, that they're able to do that kind of complex surgery and so many in a day.
Cuts to U.S. federal funds have affected international relief organizations.
Cure Blindness, for example, when USAID funding was pulled, that was $700,000 a year that was no longer available. And but luckily, with the big donor base, within a month, the donor base chipped in and was able to fill that gap. But it's felt around the world.
This past weekend, Dr. Khorram, one of the good guys, like Elvis, donned his blue suede tennis shoes and unceremoniously left the building. But unlike the king, he will be back.
This week, spanned out on 3 islands in the Marianas, the U.S. military is taking in public comments for the land they are leasing on Tinian. The United States Marine Corps has prepared a revised draft Environmental Impact Statement, or EIS, to support land-based expeditionary ground and aviation warfare training for all service components within lands leased by the military on Tinian. Public meetings on Tinian are being held today and tomorrow, 5 p.m., at the Tinian Junior-Senior High School cafeteria. On Saipan, meetings will be held at Crown Plaza Hibiscus Hall on Wednesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. And on Rhoda, one meeting will be held on Friday at the Mayor's office at 3 p.m. Comments on the revised draft EIS and potential effects to historic properties are being accepted until August 20th. More information at CNMI Joint Military Training EIS.com.
Coming up in sports, a Saipan muscle man champions a competition in Guam. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, dessert, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Since like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got his eyes, they keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone, I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! This weekend, a man born and raised in Saipan steals the show in a bodybuilding competition on our sister island in the south. Saipan native Jerome Dico won the overall bodybuilding and classic physique title at the 2025 NPC Guam National Bodybuilding Championship on June 21st. 25-year-old Dico is a former cyclist and triathlete turned bodybuilder. He delved into bodybuilding in Saipan prior to moving to Guam in 2019. Dico shares that his extensive 20-week preparation leading up to the competitions included a nutritional diet and disciplined gym regimen. Among 25 contestants, he came out on top, a feat for the CNMI. Dico encourages everyone in Saipan and Guam to try bodybuilding and to keep exercising to live a healthy lifestyle. He hopes his accomplishments inspires others to keep going and follow their passion.
Hey golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. The National Weather Service advises that we have a wet weekend coming, so tonight enjoy only a slight 20% chance of rainfall with low temperatures of 78 degrees along with gentle southeast breezes. Tomorrow, Tuesday, only a 25% chance of isolated rainfall with high temperatures of around 88 during the day and around 79 in the evening hours. The sun will set tonight at 6:50 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 5:48 a.m. And if you are awake at that hour, take a timely, deep breath and while doing so, assess your own mental health during these fascinating times of 2025. Don't stonewall your feelings, just count your blessings and enjoy. I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We will see you again on Wednesday.